Oh.
Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys, come on in, come on. And we cutting up already on Friday morning. Listen. Yes, babe.
Yeah.
We losing track of time. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. The rainy day did it, babe. Yeah. I'm excited, you guys. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I know my trash can is full.
No, I'm talking about the day I done lost. That I can't get back.
Hey, Sharon. Hey, April. Great morning. Hey, Jackie. Great morning, great morning, great morning, you guys. We in here. My husband giving me the countdown. I said, I'm going live. He talking about something. I said, babe, that's the wrong way. Great morning, Kathy. How are you, gorgeous? All right, y'all. Listen, this one is it's gonna be a little personal. It's gonna be a little personal. But before we get started, y'all, I want you to pull out your alive, and get ready for your shot. If you don't have your alive, you need to get with me so that you can find out how you can get some alive and add it to your life. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. Listen, for whosoever will. My God, today. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Ooh, ooh, shake it up. Shake it up, pour it up, drink it up. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So my husband is in here. He came to check on me. I dropped something. Here's some fall. So he wanted to make sure I was okay. And he was like, listen, I'm going to go on what you need. Let me help you get set up so that we can get started and I can take my shot. April said, I took mine already. Kathy, I'm going to reach out to you. Hey, Andrea. Oh, my goodness. I'm just popping around. Good to see you. Hey, come on. Sharon ordered her alive. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, I understand. Absolutely. So here we go. Listen, you guys. Here's to getting back up again from all that life throws your way. Cheers. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh, let me pour his up. Oh my God, that's so good.
When you get to the bottom.
Huh?
It's even better when it gets to the bottom.
I know, babe. I love it. Here, babe.
And just put another soldier in the fridge.
I think this is just enough for today. What, you want another shot? Don't start no mess in here. I'm going to give you some and I'm going to have some. Oh, wait. Look, y'all. I'm like, wait, I didn't mean to do that much. I didn't mean to do that much. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh my God, that's so good.
I am ready for AA.
Alive Anonymous. Oh my goodness. Hey, Evelyn. Girl, this is us all the time too. Listen. Okay. Now that we're alive. I'm sorry for the delay, you guys. I was actually up. The girls woke up this morning. And so, well, Madison woke up. That's my little partner right there. She wakes up. She must feel me. Woke and wakes up. So we were in there. Listen, Jackie said she joined an AA with you, brother. Hey, Ari, how you doing, beautiful?
Can you imagine us sitting around in the corner? I'm alive. 6 months.
It's been 6 months since I took my first shot of Alive, and I haven't been able to go a day without it. And I have to tell you, I'm going through withdrawal because my shipment hasn't gotten in yet, and I'm waiting on it, and I feel like I'm not gonna make it. Angel number 111. Yes. Yes, Summerlin. Summerlin says she's loving the to-go Alive shots. Yes, I love them. Hey, Stanka. I was too loud. Yes. Let me go ahead and look this up because I'm sure it's going to tie in with what we're talking about today. Thank you, baby. Y'all, let me loose my hair, honey. You know, I had to tie it up, taking them to the bathroom. I'd be like, hold on, let me tie my hair up before it smack y'all in the face. So let me look at angel number 111. Oh, goodness. And we're going to talk about it. My God. I love God so much, y'all. I mean, I love him so much. He's so faithful. All right. Angel number 111. 111. Angel number 111 encourages individuals to seek guidance from their guardian angels to achieve their life's purpose and make a positive impact on the world. It could be a sign that new opportunities are on the way or that this is the start of a new beginning. Come on. It signifies confidence within yourself and motivates your own strength and decision making when opportunities are sent your way. It's a symbol of prosperity, good fortune, abundance, and growth. The divine powers are urging you to follow your passions and find balance in life. Oh my God, this is so for me right now, today. Okay. Wow. So now that I've read angel number 111, I want to talk to you all about get back up again. Listen, you know, I'm dealing with some stuff. And I know I'm not the only one in this season dealing with some stuff, right? And yesterday we talked about fret not, which means don't worry, right? Don't worry about it, don't worry. But listen, I need you to not only to fret not, but I need you to get back up again. So often in life we experience things that shake us. They may shake us to our core, and it may create a fear in us. We know that fear is not of the Lord, except fear of the Lord, which is the different type of fear. It's a reverence and not a whoo. No, it's a reverence in God, you know, so that the fear of the Lord, that you want that, right? But fear of taking chances, fear of believing again, fear of loving again, fear of doing something new, fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. That's not of God. And sometimes when we've done it before and we get knocked down, we don't want to do it again. We're afraid to do it again. We're hesitant to do it again. And I just want you guys to know that we got to get back up again. You know, it's difficult to know what's fear, right? And what's God's internal protection mechanism sometimes. So sometimes we'll think something is God's internal protection mechanism when really it's fear. Oh my God. Listen, I need God to get out my business. He's always in my business. Always in my business. I have perfectionistic tendencies. I tend to be an achiever, sometimes a hyperachiever, to the point where my identity was tied to my achievement. I felt valuable. I felt significant. I felt important when I was achieving. But in the absence of achievement, I didn't feel like it shook me. And something happened. It was a couple of things that happened in the past 2 months that shook me. And they shook me to my core. They shook me to the point where I got hesitant. I got hesitant. I got hesitant to step out. I got hesitant to move. I got hesitant to speak up. I got hesitant. And I'm realizing it as I sit here because I've been watching, I've been looking at me, right? This is a season of self-reflection. So I've been doing a lot of looking at me, and I always want to understand why I do what I do. What I know is when I start pulling back, I have to examine why I'm pulling back. I have to examine what's going on. Is God pulling me back, or I'm not pulling myself back because there's a challenge that I don't want to deal with? There's something that is stretching me beyond my comfort zone, and I don't want to deal with it. So I may tend to back up when I need to get back up instead of backing up. Listen, if you know you and you know the things that you're challenged with and you know what your saboteurs are, it is your responsibility to figure out why you're moving the way you're moving. And is this God or is this fear? Is this God or is this I'm uncomfortable? Is this God or is this I don't want nobody to say nothing to me? Let me raise my hand real quick. I don't want nobody to say nothing to me. I hear you, God. So there are some things in my life where I've gotten gun shy and I've begun to question my ability, right? Now, one thing about me, there are certain things that I do, and I mean, it just is easy. It's second nature to me. But when my confidence gets shaken, I may be hesitant to get back up again. And that's what I'm dealing with now. Is there some areas where I've been hesitant to get back up again? There's some areas where I've been hesitant to believe in me. Now, listen, normally I'm good on believing in me. If I don't believe in nobody else, I'm gonna believe in me. But some things have shaken me, and my confidence has been shaken. And it's an interesting thing when your confidence is shaken because it's almost like being in an accident. So many times when you're in a car wreck, right? You have an accident. The trauma of it will make you hesitant to drive. Listen to me, y'all. And the only way that you're going to get over that is by doing the very thing that you did and were injured doing. You got to do the very thing that you did and you were injured doing. Whether it's loving someone and being in a relationship, or whether it's something in your business, something in ministry. You may have prophesied to someone and they didn't receive it, or they said that's not God. Like whatever it is that you did that created some kind of trauma, there was an impact, right? You've got to get back up again. So what I'm dealing with, and I may be by myself in dealing with it, is fear of getting back up syndrome. Fear of getting back up syndrome. Or you get back part of the way. You get up part of the way, but you don't get all the way back up. It's the month of October. Let me talk about the month of October. The month of October, I've signed 0 new business partners. Now, for some people, they might say, oh, that's not. Listen, did you hear what I said? In the whole month of October, we are at October 13th, right? And I know it's Friday the 13th, but we're going to deal with that too, okay? The whole month, I've not signed up any new business partners. That's very much unlike me. It's very much unlike me because if I don't do nothing else, I can recruit. I can recruit, right? So now I have to examine, well, what's going on with you? why you ain't, excuse me. And I can say, well, it's been a lot going on this month. I can say, I've got the grand girls. I could say all of these things, and those would be reasons. And when I say reasons, I need you to hear excuses, reasons why I haven't done it. But I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter of why I haven't done it. Can I tell y'all the truth? Can I just be really vulnerable with you guys? I see this. And it scares me. I see it. And it scares me. I literally see everything that I prayed and asked God for in a company, in the products, in the vision, in what's coming. I see it. And it scares me. Because there's a part of me that still believes the lies, right? Still believes the lies. Like, what if you give it your all, but you still don't get there? What if you go all in, but you still don't get there? What if? Oh, baby. Good morning, Kareem. Hey, Evelyn. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you, brother. I love you so much. I don't know if you all have ever been in a place where you like know something, like you know that you know that you know, like this is it. And then God like makes you do it his way. So the way that you've normally done it, he won't let you do it that way. Like he's shifting you in it. And the shift, it's in the shift. Like I'm like, I'm not sure of me in the shift, right? Um, but I see it. And I'll tell you what's different for me, okay? It's not that I haven't seen things in the past. I was like, oh yeah, I can see myself doing this. I can see myself being the top of this company. I can see this. I can see that. Man, this is so different. So different because the vision is so huge. It's so massive to impact the lives of 1 billion people. And I want you to listen to this. Spiritually, emotionally, and physically. What? Financially it's not even in the vision. Although that's going to happen, but it's not even about that. It's about it, but it's not about it. To finally be in a place where my vision can fit within the larger vision of the company. And I see it. Like I see the product lines that are coming. Like I see it. I see it. I literally see it unfolding before my eyes, right? And here we are at the beginning of it, right? We're at the beginning, not the very beginning, but we came in about the middle. We came in about the middle. We came in about the middle. Great positioning, excellent leadership, connected to the top of the company. Listen, connected to the leadership, the CVO. I'm telling you, I see it. And it is freaking me out. It's freaking me out for a number of reasons. If you're doing a lot of different things, right? If you're doing a lot of different things, if you don't get all the way with one of them, it's okay, right? Because, I got all these things I'm doing, that's just one of many things. And I'll always have multiple things I do. But when it comes to networking, like, this is it. Like, I found a place I can hang my hat, and it's freaking me out. I know it seems like it should be the opposite, but it's freaking me out. Because, listen, what if I go all in? And we've already had some success. Like, listen, like, we hitting benchmarks. Now, don't get me wrong. We hitting benchmarks. We're making money. We're impacting people. We're getting the testimonies of people being changed, their lives being changed from the products. We've got that. But listen to me. I want y'all to hear me. This next level of leadership is going to require me to do some things I don't like to do. I know y'all are like, Dr. V, you tripping. Like what? What don't you like to do? I just got hot talking about this. It's going to require me to grow, to change. It's going to require me to expand my ability to deal with people and personalities. And I know y'all are like, Dr. V, you already do that. I need y'all to hear me, though. I just need to talk about this for a minute, because I need y'all to understand why we have to get back up again, right? So I'm doing well. I'm all in. Some would say we were crushing it, or we are crushing it. And now at the time when we've got the most things to help us be successful, right? I pulled back. So I had to say, self, what's going on with you? And I had to admit that my hyperachiever was raising up. I had to admit that my avoider is raising up, not wanting to face stuff or deal with stuff. Like, I'm almost in a straight F it mode. Like, it's so crazy to me. Like, I'm just like, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. And then on top of all of that, I wonder, angel number 222, can I do it? Am I enough? Am I good enough? Am I really as good as I think I am? And I know what happened. I know what happened. I had someone and I did a presentation for them. And there was a lot of people on the line and nobody signed up. What? That's never happened to me before. That's never happened to me. I want y'all to understand. I'm someone that people would have present because my presentations are so on point and people sign up. Like, and I had a room full of people and nobody signed up. Not one person. And it shook me to my core. And it made me hesitant to present, hesitant to really, go all out. Because nobody signed up. Room full of people and nobody signed up? Not one person. What? And I began to beat myself up. Now, listen. Now, all of this is going on underneath the surface. I'm not really having conversations about it. I'm not really talking about it, but it shook me. And so because I didn't address it, because I didn't deal with it, it just was shaking me on the inside, and I wasn't talking about it. Still moving, still doing, still going, but shaking. And again, I may be the only one who experiences stuff like that, but I was shook. Made me question me, made me question what I do. And not just in that area, in every area. Like, it shook me. I was shaking in every area, which is probably part of the reason why, I still hadn't done the prophetic boot camp, the School of the Prophets, because I just was shaking. I've been shook up, okay? And it takes a lot to shake me. But when I'm shaking, right? So it takes a minute for me to, I gotta do all this internal process, and so that I can finally admit to myself, angel number 222, what the freak is going on with me? This is what's going on with me. So I'm trying to get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not going to do it. Just use the corporate presentations. I'm not going to do it. Just listen. I'm going to have somebody else present. Okay? I'm just going to have somebody else present. Shake it. My baby said that which don't kill us only makes it does. My brother said, can I tell you that this is a season of the inner me shaking greatness and people questioning their purpose? Absolutely, bro. It is. See, this is why I'm telling y'all, because I don't think I'm the only one. Now, I'll say I may be the only one, right? I don't think I'm the only one. But see, the problem is you won't talk about it if you feel like you're the only one. Like, so what happens is we feel like we're the only one, so we think it's a us thing, and we don't understand that God is finally totally shaking up. And let me tell you what the shaking is about. My baby talking about she's bad. Let me tell you what the shaking is about. The shaking is about shaking loose the root that these saboteurs have on us. But we can't know that they're still there unless they're shaking up. They got to be shaking up. It's got to come up. It's got to come up. It's got to come up, and you got to acknowledge it, and you got to face it, and you got to move forward. I was telling my husband today, listen, this online teaching, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. They want too much. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. It's too demanding. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. When I think about it, my stomach gets in knots. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Not just the teaching part. I love the teaching part. The teaching part is fine, right? It's the extra stuff. It's the grading and all these extra requirements that they put on. Listen, I get it and I understand. I just have not been good at it. Like, it's not my strong suit. My strong suit is relationship. My strong suit is connecting with the students. My strong suit is that. My strong suit is not the administrative side. That's not my strong suit. Like, you be wanting too much from me. You want me to give too much, because when I pour out, it's not regular. So this is the thing that I had to come to the realization of. When I teach, my feedback is not regular feedback. What I do with students is not what most instructors do with their students. I got this whole prophetic pull on me. So not only am I dealing with whatever they're writing, I'm dealing with whatever they got going on in their whole life. So the other people, they can just look at it and they can just grade, but I'm feeling everything my students are going through. And I don't teach classes where it's just, math. No, I'm teaching stuff that deals with their life and their core being. Psychology. So now here I am absorbing, taking on all this stuff that don't even belong to me. And the truth of the matter is, and I'm just getting this freaking revelation, so now I understand it. See, y'all, I got to get revelation so I can understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, because I be feeling the way. I'm just getting this revelation, and now I understand why I don't like that part of it, because they're writing and they're pouring out of their heart, their spirit, their experiences, and I'm feeling all of it. I told my husband, Dad, I'm not going to be able to do it. I don't care. I'm not going to be able to do it. It's too much. He said, well, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm just not. But now I understand why it's been doing this, why I've been feeling like this. Angel number 222 signifies good fortune in finances, relationships, and career, as well as a reminder to work towards your soul's purpose. See, the stuff that I do is all connected to my soul's purpose. And so it's never surface. It's never just straightforward. It's sending a message to focus your attention on your heart connections, meaning friendships, romantic relationships, and family ties. My problem, I have heart connections with my students. I have students that I have built relationship with. My students are not just my students, right? It's believed to symbolize balance, harmony, and spiritual alignment. It encourages enhanced connections in personal and professional life. Do y'all see what I'm saying? That's the energy that is flowing in my life. And so it's not, oh goodness. Look. I've been shaken. I've been shaken and stirred like a martini. I know people say shaken, not stirred. I've been shaken and stirred like a martini. I'm not even a martini drinker, but I just hear them say that about martinis, okay? Shaken and stirred. Shaken because God needs those fears, those insecurities, those saboteurs that are still there to come on up. I need you to come on. They got to come up at you now so that they can be removed. I was shaken. And I can admit that I was shaken. And I pulled back. I was shaken and I pulled back. Because I didn't know if I could make the changes needed in me, if I could stretch and grow to be who I need to be to do this the way God wants me to do it. It's like stand-up comedy. You know, I used to do stand-up comedy. I was one of the finalists for Comic View when they first got started and they were going around the country. I was one of the finalists in Kentucky. I opened for D.L. Hughley at a show in Lexington, Kentucky when I was working on my PhD. And I remember another time when I was shaken, okay? I've told this story before. We had a comedy show and somebody brought the church youth group. The kids was in the house. I said, oh my God, my whole show, okay? My whole show was grown folks, okay? My whole show was sex and cussing, innuendo, right? My life as a teacher, writing on the board and somebody staring at my boot, like all of this stuff, that was my show, right? And I could not change my whole show up. Could not change my whole show up. So I ended up getting booed because I said that, you know, don't act like you don't know I'm nasty. I got booed. I was shaken. I said, I'm done. I'm done because I'm not going to put the effort in to just do straight, clean comedy. I'm always going to have an edge. It's always going to be a little innuendo in there. It's always going to be a little something in there. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not Bill Cosby. I don't want to do that. It's too much work. Let me go and finish my PhD and get my dissertation, get my dissertation done and get my doctorate and go and teach college. I'll be a stand-up comedian in the classroom. I'll be a stand-up comedian in the church house, right? In the church house, you can still live with me, but you know, I was not willing to, it was going to require a level of growth and work that I did not want to put in. I was shaken by that experience though. I don't like being booed. Like, don't boo me. Boo who? Not me. No. Like, there just are things like I don't fail. What? It shook me. It shook me because success is easy to me. There are things that are just easy to me. Other people got to think about it. They got to work at it. I don't have to. Some stuff is just easy to me. It's just easy. Teaching, just easy to me. Speaking, just easy to me. You could give me something right now. It could be something that I've never read before, and I can go through and I can teach it like I've been teaching it all my life because it's easy to me. So when you've been the student that always gets A's, right? And you come into a new environment and you're like, whoa, wait, I got to work? I got to work for this? What? Yeah. Shaken and stirred. Shaken and stirred right now. Shaken and stirred. Just like back then. So what I have to do? Face me? What do you have to do? Face you. This season, you're not going to get to destiny without facing you. You're not going to get to destiny without getting back up again. Get back up again. Get back up. You can't say, oh, I want this. I want destiny, and you won't get back up. You got to get back up. I got to get back up. We got to get back up, and we got to get at it. Get back up. Get back up. So I find myself in the unique position, okay? I find myself in the unique position of being coach's coach, right? I coach coaches, right? I coach coaches. I coach leaders. I work with leaders, right? And as leaders, we have leadership models that teach us never show your weakness. Never show your areas of sensitivity. Never show your vulnerability. But I just believe, and God has had me in this place for a long time, where I believe that it is in actually revealing your challenges, revealing your insecurities, revealing your vulnerabilities, that you create the greatest leaders in the world, because they know that there's not something wrong with them when they experience those things and they learn the tools necessary to overcome them. How many of y'all been shook lately? You've been shook. Shook, hesitant to take a chance, hesitant to go all in, shook. How many of y'all? Am I the only one? Who else has been shook? If you've been shook, put shook in the comments. Put shook in the comments. Put shook in the comments. It's okay that you've been shook. Christina said me. Yeah, it's okay to be shook. Y'all, it's okay to be shook. It's okay that you did all that you knew to do and it didn't go the way you thought it was going to go, and it shook you. Yes, yes, Jackie. Yes, Christina. Yes, Sharon. Yes, Lakita. Come on, if you've been shook, say I've been shook. If I've been shook. Corey talking about not shook, just stubborn. If you've been shook, say I've been shook. Because I'm getting ready to bless y'all with this one right here. Hey, but God just dropped this in my spirit. I'm getting ready to bless those of you who have been shook. Oh, I'm going to bless you. I see you, Catherine. I see you, Kareem. So listen. 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 I want y'all to hear me. Sometimes God will allow you to be shook. He'll allow you to be shook to wake you up out of a stupor. Have you ever tried to wake somebody up and you had to shake them? You just had to shake them. You got to shake them to wake them up. Because they're that asleep. They don't even know they're asleep. They don't know when they went to sleep. They just, you wake up. Hey, hey, wake up. Hey, hey, wake up. If you're shook, it means that God is preparing you to step into your destiny. It's time. You've been asleep. Get up. Shook. He's shaking you. You've been shaken. He's allowed the shaking in order to show you that you are alive and to wake you up. Let's go. Let's go. You gotta know you awake. You gotta know you got purpose. You gotta know there's a plan for your life. You gotta know that you got destiny waiting for you. You gotta know that you've been chosen. Your shaking is a sign that you're chosen. Everybody ain't shook. Everybody ain't been shook because they ain't been tapped in yet. Ooh, that shook me. Means it took me, caught me off guard, took me off the center. You have purpose. And the shaking. Oh, hold on. What did Jekyll and Carr say? There's a shaking in the spirit. 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 Listen, you got to understand that you are being shaken, not just physically, but in the spirit, because there's an elevation that you got to make. And you can't make it like you are. You got to grow up. You got to pull out those final roots. You got to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You got to have your feet planted on solid ground. God is establishing a firm foundation. Establishing a firm foundation. Jacqueline. I don't know how you say the girl name. However you say her name, y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay. God is establishing a firm foundation. But you have had to be shaken so that you can wake up. Wake up. You know the scene at the end of the Spike Lee movie where Lawrence Fishburne says, "Wake up! Wake up!" Because they're fighting over stupid stuff. Light skin, dark skin. This fraternity versus that fraternity. This sorority versus that sorority. All of us really are fighting for the same thing because all of us on the same side. A shaking. Catherine said, yes, there's a shaking in the spirit. There's a beating in the spirit. I feel oppressing in the spirit. Oppressing in the spirit. And it's preparing me for greater. Come on, somebody. It's preparing us for greater. It's preparing us. Yes, Phoenicia. Right, Corinne. And you know I gotta choose school days because my twin is in there. In the light skin fraternity, in the right light skin sorority. Listen, woman of God. Listen, we have to. So I don't care. This is where I had to get to. I don't care if people look at me and say, "Oh, she tells too much of her business." I don't care. See, God makes me tell my business to keep me humble. That's that in my side. I'd be like, "Well, can I just not?" And he'd be like, "Nope, tell it." And I'd be like, "Well, can I just be general?" He's like, "Nope, name it." "Well, can I just allude to it?" "Nope, spit it out." Okay, that's what you want to do with me. I get it. I don't care. People are going to judge. They're going to say whatever. I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to tell y'all. All I can do is what God has called me to do. And he's called me to a level of transparency and vulnerability that makes some people uncomfortable. And I'm okay with that. Hey, y'all got to be uncomfortable. But what I do know is this, that when I'm going through stuff, I'm not the freaking only one. Now, I may be the only one that says something about it. I may be the only one that addresses it publicly because we're told, you tell a little, keep a lot. That's what you're taught in ministry. Tell a little, keep a lot, because you don't want people to use your stuff against you, right? Listen, y'all can do what you want to with it, because once I release it, it's out there in the atmosphere. Just know that I have a right to correct your story when your story is off, okay? So listen, I have to do this the way God has called me to do it. Now, this is what I'm looking for. See, I'm going to be real transparent with you about what I'm looking for. And this may be my other issue. Most people that say they want something don't want it. They say they want it. They say they want it, but they don't. They don't want it badly enough to do what's required to get it, which is change. We want it, but we want it right like we are right now. Like, we don't want to have to change. We don't want to have to grow. I can't have a group of people that don't want to grow. I can't help you if you don't want to grow. If you got it all figured out, if you know it all, if you got all that, you don't need me. You got it all figured out. You know it all. You can't nobody tell you nothing. I can't help you. Yes. Baby, if you tell on yourself, they have nothing to tell, right? If it had not been for the beating, I wouldn't know how anointed I would be. Yes. Yes, we're being prepared for greater. Yes. Donnell said they want the idea of it. That's it. You're not the only one. You reach more people when you're transparent. People are tired of the fake and the phony. Yeah, because I can't give you that. I can't. Hey, beautiful. I can't give you that. But what I can give you is this. This is what I can give you. So I've had to learn how to change my leadership style. So I used to, I would do everything for people. Like, I would, do the presentation. I would close people out for them. I would place people. I would do everything. I would do everything. God said, you can't do that. It's not sustainable. You can't do that. You really got to raise up leaders. Okay. So I had to come to grips with the fact that I was going to have to deal with my control issues, because I be wanting to control it so that I can let people take their journey, make their mistakes, and grow, right? How do you know you're a leader when you've never led, or you haven't had to lead in this way, right? So you've got to trust that if you give people the tools that they need, if you equip them, and don't feel like you got to do all the equipping by yourself, because I'm so crazy. Y'all listen, this is the craziest stuff ever, but this will help you understand what I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I'll drive 12 hours by myself. I'll just get in the car and drive it 12 hours by myself. I'll drive it. I won't drive 2 hours with my husband driving a 12-hour trip. That's insane. Now, I would drive the 12 hours by myself, but I won't drive 2 hours when he drives 10 of the 12. That's crazy. It's almost like I've been so conditioned to doing things by myself that when I have help, then I just feel like, okay, well, I'm not going to do nothing. What in the world? That's crazy. So instead of it being, okay, now I don't have to do it by myself, I've got help, I won't let somebody else do it all by themselves. That's crazy. Let me say it again. It's crazy. And I admit it. I admit it. So then what is the root of that? Did she say the root? What is the root of that? What is the root of that? Wanting to be able to control it. Wanting to be able to control it. want to be able to control it. If we sink and I'm controlling it, I take full responsibility for us sinking. But if we doing it together and we sink, oh, that's you. Oh, that was you. Come on now. It don't work like that. I've been so used to being all or nothing that I haven't mastered the middle ground. Maybe it's just me. It could just be me. I haven't mastered the middle ground. I haven't mastered it. My baby talking about you can control them 2 hours. Then I drive mad. Listen, I know my husband be like, then I drive mad. Because I'm going to make you wish you hadn't made me drive. Crazy. Oh, mad driving. Mad driving. Y'all may say, well, what is mad driving? Driving fast and reckless. What? Just crazy. Mad. Oh, he ain't going to ask me to drive no more. Crazy. Mad. Because instead of having to drive 12 hours, I have to drive 2. That don't make no sense, y'all. It don't make no sense. But how many of us are doing that in our life, period? How many of us find ourselves in a place where we're so used to having to do everything that we don't know how to do some of it, but not all of it? Shaking. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with someone else. This is a season, and I'm telling y'all this because I need you to understand it. Right, Kareem? Right. That part, okay? That part, okay? This is a season where God is saying, you're going to go all the way, but you can't go all the way by yourself. What does that mean? It means you need relationships. You need connections. You need, listen, it's going to be relationships that have to be repaired for your journey to take place. You're going to have to trust somebody to come into relationship with them. You're going to have faith again. You're going to have to believe again. Today, I'm setting up my my brokerage account for my trading, right? So the company also has trading, and y'all, I love trading. Okay, my problem with trading was me. My what? Lack of discipline. Everything that has been an issue in my life has dealt with discipline. It's all rooted in the same thing: discipline. My struggle with grading, discipline. My struggle with time, discipline. Discipline is the key, right? So I'm not going to get around discipline. I'm not going to be able to get around it. So it keeps coming up in different areas, in different ways, but it's all centered in the same thing: discipline. God is like, you got to get that discipline. You've got to get that. I can't take you where I'm taking you and you not have no discipline. You'll mess it up. You can't get around relationship. You got to have relationships. You got to have relationships with people. You got to trust somebody. You got to. You're not going to be able to get to destiny without relationships. For some of you, or some of us, we're not going to be able to get to destiny without dealing with our issues of control. Control is really rooted in trust. Lack of trust, more control. When you don't trust people, you want to control it. You don't trust that they're going to do it the way you would do it. You don't trust that they would do it as well as you would do it. You don't trust. The truth of the matter is this. You got to have trust. You got to have trust. You got to have faith. You got to be able to trust people. On my vision board, I was looking at my vision board that I did last October, and on there, it said something about trust. Because I knew trust is, that was a thing for me, for real. That was like trust. That was a big thing for me. Being able to trust somebody. Being able to trust. Just being able to trust. So I wanna read what it said, because I want y'all to understand how deep this has gone for me. Okay? If you don't understand angel number 188, how deep something goes in you, you'll never be able to address it. You'll always deal with it on the surface and never get to the root of the issue, the root of the problem. And you've got to get to the root. Yes, Summerlin, discipline and commitment at its core for me. Come on, come on. Okay. Let me pull it up. Over here. You can trust. Because I already know. I need somebody I can trust. I need somebody I can trust who like I can let my guard down with and not have it used against me. And y'all, I need y'all to understand, it's not that I've not let my guard down, but when I've let my guard down, it was used against me. And so it sent me into a tailspin because it shook me. So my solution was, forget it. I ain't gonna trust them. No. Nope. Not doing it. And I'm not talking about trust as in cheating. That be the least of my words. I don't care nothing about that. Now, I know y'all may think I'm strange for that. I don't care nothing about no cheating. I don't care nothing about it, okay? Listen, can I trust you with my vulnerabilities? Can I trust you with my heart? Can I trust you with my challenges? Can I trust you with that? What you gonna do with it? You gonna use it against me? Because that's what I really want to know. See, that tells me so much about people. So yes, I'm open, I'm transparent, I'm very, vulnerable, right? But if you try to use it against me, that tells me a lot about you. It tells me I can't trust you. If I can't trust you to handle the stuff that I share, like openly, I definitely can't give you nothing deeper than that. Even though most stuff I end up saying, right? But what you do with it, that's the key. It's what you do with it. What are you going to do with it? And I consistently watch people use stuff against me. And I know the goal of that for the enemy is to get me to stop trusting. That's the goal. I can't let you win, bro. You can't win. You can't win. I can't shut down again. I can't shut down again. Why can't I shut down again? There are people who need me to remain open, even if it means I got to take some blows. There are people that need me to remain open, even if it means I've got stab wounds in my back. There are people who need me to remain open, even if it means I've been pierced in the side. There are people who need me to remain open, even if it means that I've got a crown of thorns on my head. Listen, the stuff that Jesus went through, y'all think that that was just for him? No, you got to be willing to go through some stuff. Now, at the end of the day, ultimately, he made a sacrifice once for all of our sins. But it don't mean you ain't going to go through some stuff. Oh, you're going to have to go through betrayal. You're going to have to go through having to make a decision and say, God, not my will, but your will. You're going to have to go to your own cross, right? You're going to go, and it's going to be people on the other side of you, and you're going to be like, how am I on the cross with these people? How am I on the cross with these people? I didn't do nothing nearly like what they did. Like what? How am I didn't even do anything. How have I been grouped into this category? You got to be willing to go through stuff in order to get to the promises of God, in order to get to your destiny. Yes, Charlie, can I trust you in any relationship so hard when you have been hurt? So you have to decide you're not going to live your life holding on to the hurt. Easier said than done, but it's a fact. Today, I challenge you. I challenge you to explore you, to see what your shaking is about. Explore you. See what your shaking is designed for you to see. Someone said, I'm learning to trust me even through you. So it's all inclusive. It is, because look, y'all, this is the good part right here. This is the good part. This is the good part. This is the good part. After all of that, right? After the shaking and the trust and all of that, listen, this is the good part. You've got it. You got this. You've got this. And I tell you, you've got this. You've got this. There's a song, and it says something about going all the way. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. If the two of us can just get together, get on one accord, we're going all the way. And so this is my shameless plug, shameless appeal. I am looking for some people who are ready to grow beyond where they are to get to the things that God has promised them. They're ready to go all in for the promises of God for their life, not just spiritually, but financially, health-wise. Like, I really am looking for you. I'm looking for the people who've been looking for someone who could believe in them and support them and undergird them as they take this journey of transformation that's going to be the hardest journey of your life, because you're going to deal with the most difficult person you'll ever have to deal with. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. We're looking for some people who are ready to step out and to grow, and know that it's going to be painful, and know that you're going to have bumps, and know that you're going to have bruises. It's not going to be all smooth. It's not going to be all easy. But you're ready to get in the ring, to get in position, to make millions, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, whatever that looks like for you. For me, I need to make millions, because I'm a billionaire. Okay, I'm a billionaire. So listen, I need to make millions. Okay, I need to make millions, right, and help others make millions. And I'm looking for you. I'm looking for people that want to change your health. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for people that want to learn how to tap into a $7 trillion a day industry. I'm looking for you. So people that may be scared of it, like, you're scared, you're hesitant, you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I'm here to tell you, you can do it. Listen, when we traded, we would be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not saying that you got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do this. I'm just telling you what we did. We would be up in the London session trading. And God graced me to be able to teach people who had never traded a day in their life, who knew nothing, how to step into this arena and build their confidence. Why did we stop? It wasn't because trading wasn't working. Our discipline sucked. Our discipline sucked. Y'all, our discipline sucked. That's why. Because our discipline sucked, and we suffered losses because we didn't have no discipline. Make a lot of money, lose it. Our discipline sucked. It's one of the reasons I'm so grateful for this company and for this platform, because the way that it's set up, you can be making money while you're learning and growing and building up your confidence. Look, one thing I know is I've looked at a lot of trading companies, been a part of a lot of trading companies, and the educational platform for this one is one of the best I've ever seen, and most reasonable, economically reasonable, right? But serious. Now listen, it ain't no game, it ain't no joke. It's serious, right? And you can learn a skill that you'll always have. And that's the key. It's time for you to get some things that you'll always have that nobody can take away from you. Nobody can take it from you. This isn't about just making someone else rich. That's not what this is about. This is about you being empowered to take authority over your life and your personal economy, your health, your mindset, your mentality, for you to finally come into the fullness of understanding who you are and who you've been created to be. It's going to stretch you the way you need to be stretched. And I firmly believe that this plea that I'm making right now is going to result in some people connecting with me, whether they just want to be a customer or whether they want to actually do the business. Like, I believe that this plea is going to result in people connecting with me. Do you know why? Because people are looking for people where they can be real in that, oh, I'm kind of nervous about this. I don't know if I can do it. Or I've done it before and it didn't work. Baby, this ain't before. You're not that person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. This opportunity is not that opportunity. And we're going all the way. So if you want to go all the way, if you're ready to change your health, to change your finances, to change your life, put me in the comments. Hit me in my inbox, but do something. One of the greatest ways to let God know you're serious about something is a public declaration. Hey, baby. A public declaration. You know, Nicodemus came to Jesus by night. He was sneaky with it, right? But it's that public declaration. Don't be scared that you're ready for more, that you're ready for change in whatever area that is, whether it's your health or your wealth or whatever. Like, don't be afraid of change. So if you're ready for some change, you're ready to take a step, put me in the comments. Say, hey. Hey. Say, put me. Yes. Brooke said, put me in the comments. Because I know that God has a plan for us. Listen, you guys, I love you to life. And I know that God is up to something big on this Friday, the 13th day of the month of October. So don't let anybody make you feel like, oh, this is a bad luck day. This day is what you make it. And I declare and decree that this is a day of blessings and favor and prosperity and abundance and opportunities. And it's just waiting for you to grab hold. So you guys, listen, I pray this word blessed you. If the word blessed you, sow a seed, put a seed in the ground. You can do that at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Send Brooke some what kind of money you want? Money for what? What you want some money for? You want to go jumping? Yeah. Send us some jumping money, some gymnastics money. We're going to gymnastics next week. So send us some jumping money, some gymnastics money, some money to do something fun, huh? Yeah. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Look him in the eye. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
My ear.
Your ear. I got your ear. I love you guys. Have an amazing, incredible day. Be blessed. Mwah.